Why, hello, everybody. I am Chris McLean. Last time on here on Total Drama World Tour Simulator is that in Egypt of Land of Pyramids, and then mostly likely of Hot. And got to say that Team Victory really showed the teams what is going down. And then as in for Zeke himself that cheated, that lost the owl and went away for some odd reason. And guess that the Nancy Drew catchers were having no luck. That was on some event that came near to the end, near to be at and next to Team Chris is really high from 6th place and 5th place. So right now, that we are going to be heading to is the next place to start and sing as well. And who might go home in the end of the teams? Find out here on Total Drama World Tour Simulator. And as in for a matter of fact and bonus is also Happy Easter, everybody. That's what I want to say right now is just Happy Easter. And yes, we're going to see one person gets eliminated for the holiday of this season right now on here of Total Drama World Tour Simulator. Anyway, back on with the show. Meanwhile, with Team Victory and No Fear Savages. It looks like so far that Team Victory and No Savages are really enjoying themselves at first class, which it's more likely a first and second place class, if I would so say myself. But anyway, all I gotta say that, well, Team Victory and No Savages gets pretty much instant good timing, while they, on the other hand, get some good time. Well, that's pretty much so. And as in for a matter of fact, that, well, it looks like Courtney is almost having an idea how they might win again and win first place again. Which, that's going to be a good question. Now, as in for pretty much likely everybody else, that looks like DJ is really enjoying first class, and so is pretty much Beth. Golf Boy, on the other hand, is also figuring out her strategy idea, and so goes to Rosie. Meanwhile, pretty much likely that as well, while Team Victory keeps talking about how they're going to win again in first, looks like Team No Savages are really the only ones going to figure out how they're going to win as well, which that's going to take some unfortunate. But meanwhile, with both teams were in the Chris McLean movie theater set. And so far, as in for Lindsay, well, she pretty much loves the movies. And pretty much as in for Harold, he pretty much still likes master art fighting movies. Pretty dang for him. I have seen, but I seen better than that, Harold. And I would rather see a Cars movie, like racing and whatever. Oh please, you are a dumbass geek, nerd ball. And so far, it looks like for Duncan and Harold, it's like it's still to the same rivalry as always, which they pretty much likely remain to stay the same equally. And then as in for pretty much Sally and Sierra, they were both pretty much likely enjoying the movies as well, which that's pretty much for them that right now. And then it looks like Owen and Gwen, Tyler and Izzy and Heather were pretty much also were enjoying the movie, but Heather remains to stay the same like the always manipulative evil person it is. But so far, meanwhile back with the Nancy Drew catchers and Team Chris is really high. It is in the back of the plane. Looks like so far they pretty much need to come up with another idea how they might win first without tossing another person being eliminated. And so far it goes to the other team as well from 6. But man, look at that. If you guys still want to pause exactly, then you guys can still read it from here or from likely. But anyway, so far, as in for me, I'm going to say is, alright everyone, this is your captain speaking, is that we are about to reach to our next challenge. Over and meet me at the common area. thanks. As everyone meets me in the common area. Welcome to your guys' challenge. Today that we are about to do is to be landing to is Japan. That everyone is willing to do. And as in for Chef, he wears a Chinese outfit, which he was more likely using martial arts. Now, remember, is that if anybody does not sing, then is much likely to be immediately disqualified through it, since that we will keep things set too easy right now. So again, don't get disqualified, or Chef will get you to come back in the plane. And watch as other people do the challenge. It won't mean that you're out, by the way, or the team comes in last place will count as being out. Now, any questions? Nobody? Okay. Chef? And it looks like I nod to Chef. Oh, yeah, let's go. It looks like, as in for that, Chef sliced up pretty much the door, and there goes everybody. And everybody were pretty much screaming. Ah! And as if for me and Chef were holding on to something. We could just landed the plane, Chef, if you pretty much would have done that by now. Nah, too boring, Chris, man. Never did anything like that before, so whatever. Oh my god, not again. It's better sing, and I might think about saving your lives of your own musical buttocks. And think twice to try harder next time, okay? And as in for the song has started. It looks like everybody is now singing, and pretty much the singing of all is Courtney that singed it first. It looks like so far Courtney was singing, and there goes the rest of everybody else were still singing. Man, look at that. There's tons we want to do before we die. Ooh, and looks like the song continues. Look at that. Nice. Look at that. And look at there. More like being an archery of skills. It looks like the song continues. Man, look at that. And so far, a lot of people were pretty much thinking about how they were pretty much likely going to do before they want to die. Wow, look at that. So far, more likely, a lot of people pretty much are doing so. Not even a wheel word dork, and in fact, Noah's right for a good reason to not die at the last days, down to a hard hit on everywhere. Nah, I'm good, you freak. Oh, it looks like so far the continued of the song. It looks like everyone were holding their hands. Well, pretty much we're about to make the last drop. Ooh, look at that. Dang. Looks like DJ always still wants to continue going back to with his mama. Cause there's still much more things to do before we die. Yeah, we said it. There's still much more to do, and there's still much more to do. There's still much more to do. There's still much more to do. There's still much to do before we die. Yeah. Ah. And everyone were landed onto the rice, and pretty much so. Meanwhile, back with the challenge itself.